Namaskar. A warm welcome to World News and Indian Perspective on All India Radio. This is R.S. Raghu bringing glimpses of the major developments of the day from across the globe. Over the next half an hour, we shall bring to you the latest from the world of politics, economy, sports, entertainment and more. The headlines. India sends rescue teams and relief material to Turkey after deadly earthquake. 3-month-long state of emergency declared in affected provinces of the country. Death toll in Turkey and Syria after devastating earthquake crosses 5,000 mark. Over 35 killed as incessant rains triggers landslides in Peru. India making immense strides in ensuring energy security for its citizens at affordable prices, asserts country's petroleum and natural gas minister. 3-day G20 working group meeting on energy transition under India's presidency culminates in Bengaluru. 6th meeting of heads of Supreme Audit Institutions of SCO member states discusses integrating new and emerging technologies with focus on artificial intelligence. And in football, Bangladesh beat Bhutan 5-0 to set up SAF Under-20 Women's Final with Nepal. Several countries, including India, have rushed to dispatch aid, personnel and equipment to help the rescue efforts in quake-stricken areas of Turkey and Syria as death toll in the region crossed 5,000 mark while thousands more are injured. 3 devastating earthquakes of 7.8, 7.6 and 6.0 magnitude hit Turkey's southern region on Monday, destroying thousands of buildings and causing widespread destruction in the country and in neighboring Syria. Dozens of powerful aftershocks continued to jolt the region on Tuesday. India's first batch of relief materials reached an airport in the nearby quake-affected city of Adana in Turkey on Tuesday. India has sent 2 teams of National Disaster Response Force NDRF along with specially trained dog squads, medical supplies, drilling machines and all the necessary equipment for undertaking search and rescue operations. The decision to send relief material was taken on Monday in light of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi's instructions to offer all possible assistance and relief measures to the victims of the earthquake. The relief measures is being taken up in coordination with the government of Turkey. The contingent of NDRF is led by Commandant Gurminder Singh along with doctors and paramedics for providing necessary assistance there. The teams are self-contained in all respect and are equipped with all the necessary state-of-the-art search and rescue and personal safety equipment. The teams will assist the local authorities of Turkey in relief and rescue operation. Talking to All India Radio News, NDRF DIG Mohsin Shahidi said the NDRF team will assist in rescue operation.
A massive earthquake has taken place in Turkey and Syria, due to which a lot of casualties have occurred. Seeing this disaster situation, Government of India has taken a decision to send 2 teams of NDRF for the search and rescue and relief operation. This will be a team of 101 rescuers. 1 team will be from 8th Battalion NDRF at Ghaziabad, the 2nd Battalion at Kolkata. We have rescuers who are well trained in urban search and rescue operations.
The Government of India in a statement has said that it is committed towards providing all necessary assistance in this crisis situation to the Government of Turkey to cope with the earthquake. Meanwhile, Turkey's Vice President Fuat Oktay confirmed the death of 3,419 people in the quake, with another 20,534 injured. The number of confirmed deaths on the Syrian side of the border rose to 1,602, bringing the combined death toll in both the countries to 5,021. Turkey's Disaster Management Agency said there were reports of the collapse of 11,342 buildings, of which 5,775 have been confirmed. The toll is expected to rise as rescue workers search mounds of wreckage in cities and towns across earthquake-hit Turkey and Syria. However, freezing temperatures, damaged roads and poor internet connections are hampering rescue efforts. Turkey has declared 7 days of national mourning. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on Tuesday declared a state of emergency for 3 months across 10 provinces ravaged by the earthquakes. In a televised address, the Turkish president said a state of emergency is being declared to ensure that the rescue and recovery work can be carried out quickly. President Erdogan said they are declaring 10 cities impacted by the devastating earthquakes in southern Turkey as a disaster zone. Ghana national player and former Newcastle midfielder Christian Atsu has been found alive in the rubble of the powerful earthquake that rocked Turkey and neighboring Syria on Monday. 31-year-old Atsu joined Turkish Super League side Hatayspor in September, based in the southern province of Hatay near the epicenter of the massive quake. Ghana's ambassador to Turkey, Francisca Ashite Odunton, told Ghana-based Asai Radio on Tuesday that he got the information from the president of the Ghana Football Association that Christian Atsu had been found in Hatay. In Peru, 36 people were killed as landslides triggered by steady rain swept mud, water and rocks into several villages in southern part of the country. Local media quoting a civil defense official in the Mariano Nicolas Valcarcel municipality in Camana province said 36 bodies have been recovered so far in a remote sector called Miski. Civil defense officials said an estimated 630 homes were unusable after the landslides, which also hit bridges, irrigation canals and roads. Constant rains are frequent in February in Peru and often cause deadly landslides. India's Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has been making immense strides in ensuring energy security for its citizens at affordable prices. Speaking at the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable on the sidelines of India Energy Week 2023, Mr. Puri said, affordable energy is a vital ingredient to achieve inclusive growth and energy justice. The minister said that emerging economies are facing the daunting task of safeguarding energy security because of affordability in the current scenario.
The world economy has radically changed over the last decade. The Asian share of global GDP has risen from 38% to 45% and is likely to reach 50% by 2030. The Asian economy has grown at the average rate of 5.5% over the previous 2 decades, and the registered growth of 6.5% posted in 2021, while it is expected to moderate to 4.0% in 2022 amid an uncertain global environment and rise to 4.3% in 2023.
Talking about the net zero targets, the minister said that to achieve it, the world would require global coordination and access to skill, technology and global financing.
In a sustainable manner towards green and clean energy solutions, whether they come from biofuels, whether they come from green hydrogen, or they come from any new innovations that come on the table, we have to make sure that our transition entails surviving the present in a manner which makes those who are the most affected, who are the most vulnerable, to ensure that they are cushioned from the volatility that turbulence globally can cause them.
Speaking at the event, Sultan Al Jaber, president designated of COP28 of UAE, said that under Prime Minister Modi's guidance, India has emerged from the pandemic stronger than ever before. He added that it is in fact the fastest growing major economy and will soon be the largest in the world. Indian Oil Corporation IOC Chairman Shrikant Mahadev Vaidya today said that the twin cooktop model of solar cooking system launched by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will help in reducing India's dependability upon the import of LPG. Talking to All India Radio at India Energy Week 2023 in Bengaluru, Mr. Vaidya said that currently India is importing more than 50% of its gas requirements from other countries. He added that with these kind of initiatives, India will move towards self-reliant India and also help in reducing the greenhouse gases coming from the LPG. We have a report.
The commercial rollout of indoor solar cooking system will be seen as a major step to promote clean energy and eco-friendly cooking solutions. According to IOC, if this cooking system reached 30 million households by 2025-26, it would lead to saving LPG costs by more than 1 lakh crore rupees and forex saving of 50,000 crore rupees. The agency also claims that it also helped in carbon dioxide emissions reduction by 50 million tons and marketable carbon credit worth about 4,000 crore rupees. Sanjeev Jasrotia for AIR News, Bengaluru.
The Indian government on Tuesday signed a Statement of Intent SOI with the International Energy Agency IEA to strengthen cooperation in the field of data and research in the energy sector to enhance the global energy security. The Statement of Intent was signed in the presence of Indian Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri and Dr. Fatih Birol. Executive Director of IEA on the sidelines of India Energy Week being held in Bengaluru. In a statement, the ministry said, under the agreement, SOI will provide access to the international thought and view in the energy sector. The ministry said both the parties intend to cooperate under the SOI on the areas of energy market data and statistics, biofuels, compressed biogas, and other emerging fuels. In today's Hotspot section, we bring you a news commentary on India Energy Week focuses on clean fuel.
The first major event under India's G20 presidency, the India Energy Week IEW, is following Prime Minister Narendra Modi's pledge at COP26 to cut India's emissions to net zero by 2070. The IEW is being held under the patronage of the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India. India Energy Week is the only and all-encompassing international energy event supported at the highest level of Indian government, with participation from all the public sector undertakings, PSUs, and officially supported by the Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry. India is projected to witness the largest increase in energy demand of any country over the next 2 decades, as its economy continues to grow and create opportunities for its people and the global energy value chain. As a rapidly developing country and soon to be the world's most populous nation, India's energy transition will play a pivotal role in global energy markets. The inaugural India Energy Week comes at a critical time, with the challenges of energy security and environmental sustainability impacting long-term energy transition and paths towards decarbonization. The Prime Minister inaugurated the India Energy Week 2023 in Bengaluru, Karnataka. The IEW showcases India's rising prowess as an energy transition powerhouse. The event will bring together leaders from the traditional and non-traditional energy industry, governments and academia to discuss the challenges and opportunities that a responsible energy transition presents. It will see the presence of more than 30 ministers from across the world. Over 30,000 delegates, 1,000 exhibitors and 500 speakers will gather to discuss the challenges and opportunities of India's energy future. During the program, the Prime Minister will participate in a roundtable interaction with global oil and gas CEOs. He will also launch multiple initiatives in the field of green energy. The ethanol blending program has been a key focus area of the government to achieve Atmanirbharta in the field of energy. Due to the sustained efforts of the government, ethanol production capacity has seen a 6 times increase since 2013-14. The achievements in the course of the last 8 years under ethanol blending program and biofuels program have not only augmented India's energy security, but have also resulted in a host of other benefits, including reduction of 318 lakh metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions and foreign exchange savings of around 54,000 crore rupees. As a result, there has been payment of around 81,800 crore rupees towards ethanol supplies during 2014 to 2022 and transfer of more than 49,000 crore rupees to farmers. In line with the ethanol blending roadmap, the Prime Minister launched the E20 fuel at 84 retail outlets of oil marketing companies in 11 states and UTs. E20 is a blend of 20% ethanol with petrol. The government aims to achieve a complete 20% blending of ethanol by 2025, and oil marketing companies are setting up 2G and 3G ethanol plants that will facilitate the progress. The Prime Minister also flagged off the Green Mobility Rally. The rally witnessed participation of vehicles running on green energy sources and will help create public awareness for the green fuels. Prime Minister Modi launched the uniforms under Unbottled initiative of Indian Oil. Guided by the vision of the Prime Minister to phase out single-use plastic, Indian Oil has adopted uniforms for retail customer attendants and LPG delivery personnel made from recycled polyester, rPET and cotton. Each set of uniform of Indian Oil's customer attendant shall support recycling of around 28 used PET bottles. Indian Oil is taking this initiative further through Unbottled, a brand for sustainable garments launched for merchandise made from recycled polyester. Under this brand, Indian Oil targets to meet the requirement of uniforms for the customer attendants of other oil marketing companies, non-combat uniforms for army, uniforms and dresses for institutions, and sales to retail customers. The Prime Minister dedicated the twin cooktop model of the Indian Oil's indoor solar cooking system and flagged off its commercial rollout. Indian Oil had earlier developed an innovative and patented indoor solar cooking system with single cooktop. On the basis of feedback received, twin cooktop indoor solar cooking system has been designed, offering more flexibility and ease to the users. It is a revolutionary indoor solar cooking solution that works on both solar and auxiliary energy sources simultaneously, making it a reliable cooking solution for India. India's energy landscape has undergone significant shifts in recent years. The government is prepared to play a catalyst in accelerating adoption of low-carbon options, including biofuels, electric vehicles, and green hydrogen. Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri said collaboration and transition towards low-carbon energy is crucial in India's achievement of its climate change targets.
This is All India Radio giving you the world news. The three-day working group meeting of G20 on energy transition under India's presidency concluded in Bengaluru on Tuesday. On the sidelines, India has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand Growth Triangle Joint Business Council to further promote the adoption of energy efficiency and sustainable practices in the region. The next meeting of the working group will be held in Gujarat. The first three-day tourism working group meeting under India's G20 presidency got underway at Dhodho at Kutch in Gujarat. Union Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy, Minister for Fisheries Purushottam Rupala and Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel will officially inaugurate the meeting tomorrow. Addressing the delegates in an informal event, Union Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy said travel and tourism sector possesses wide opportunities for employment of local people. He said rural tourism can play a significant role in achieving inclusive development of villages and restricting urban migration. We have a report.
The tent city Dhodho, which is hosting the first tourism working group meeting, has adorned a festival look today. The international delegates were accorded a grand traditional welcome on arriving at Bhuj Airport. On the first day of the meeting, the delegates visited White Run of Kutch and experienced the beautiful sunset at the desert. A cultural program was also organized to give them a glimpse of rich culture and heritage of the Kutch region. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel is hosting a gala dinner for the delegates. Aparna Khun, AR News, Dhodho.
The sixth meeting of the heads of Supreme Audit Institutions SAIs of Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO member states concluded in Lucknow today. In his closing remarks at the conference, Comptroller and Auditor General of India Girish Chandra Murmu said the SAIs discussed integrating new and emerging technologies with focus on artificial intelligence to enhance their audit capabilities and deliver more impactful audit products. He emphasized that the conference reiterated SAI's commitment to work for achieving better audit results, improve the depth, accuracy and timelessness of the audit products. He exuded confidence that the work done by the SAIs in the artificial intelligence and to strengthen cybersecurity would improve governance and promote efficiency, accountability and transparency in public administration. Mr. Murmu highlighted that SAI India or CAG's audits are increasingly focusing on cybersecurity with audit personnel inspecting information system controls, third-party management, user access controls and legal compliance to ensure effective oversight and compliance. He informed that the SAIs unanimously decided to hold their next meeting in Tajikistan in 2025. Our correspondent reports that about 30 delegates from the SAIs of India, Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan and SCO Secretariat attended the three-day conference. On the sidelines of the conference, India signed two Memoranda of Understanding MOUs with Tajikistan and Kazakhstan. The pacts are aimed at strengthening cooperation and facilitating exchange of expertise in the field of auditing. India's Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari met the Qatari delegation led by the Minister of Transport of Qatar Yassim bin Saif Al Sulaiti in New Delhi on Tuesday. During the meeting, views and opinions were exchanged in the sectors pertaining to sustainable transport infrastructure development. Both sides also deliberated upon capacity building and technology sharing in sustainable alternate clean and green fuels, electric mobility and development of innovative transit technologies for movement of passenger and cargo. The meeting also paved way for strengthening India's continued partnership and collaboration with Qatar for deriving effective solutions to contemporary challenges in transportation and logistics. A high-level delegation led by Argentina's Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Daniel Silmus, called on India's Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh in New Delhi on Tuesday and discussed bilateral collaboration between the two countries. During the meeting, Mr. Daniel Silmus sought India's support to deploy technologies for implementation by industry and facilitating the entrepreneurs in Argentina. Dr. Singh said Council of Scientific and Industrial Research CSIR would be very keen to connect with the industries from Argentina and work towards implementation of the technologies and products in Latin American nations with governmental support. Dr. Singh said the CSIR can play a lead role especially in industrial innovation collaboration through joint technology development and upscaling of each other's intellectual property for commercialization. India's Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra co-chaired Foreign Office consultations with Anne-Marie Lescotes, Secretary General of French Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs in France on Monday. Both sides reviewed progress on key areas of bilateral cooperation, including on the various institutional dialogue mechanisms between the two countries, civil nuclear domain, on cooperation vis-à-vis the UNSC given the end of India's term, and the people-to-people and cultural sphere. India's External Affairs Ministry said that both countries' representatives also discussed global and regional issues including climate and energy transition, health and trilateral cooperation. It said the two sides also exchanged views on topical issues such as India's G20 presidency, the conflict in Ukraine, the security situation in Afghanistan, among others. Mr. Kwatra also participated in the focal points meeting of the India-France-UAE trilateral dialogue. India's Foreign Secretary was on an official 3-day visit to France. A parliamentary delegation from Bhutan led by Speaker of the National Assembly of Bhutan, Wangchuk Namgyel, called on President of India Draupadi Murmu in New Delhi on Tuesday. Welcoming the delegation, the President said that Indian citizens deeply value multifaceted and unique friendship between the two countries. She said that the Government of India is committed to expanding its excellent bilateral cooperation with Bhutan in accordance with the aspirations and priorities of the people of Bhutan. The President said that India is foraying into new avenues of bilateral cooperation with Bhutan, such as space, cooperation, smart agriculture, youth and sports, startups, renewable energy and digital development to help the Royal Government of Bhutan realize its vision of prosperity for all. She noted that this year Bhutan would graduate from the group of least developed countries and embark on the path of becoming a high-income economy by 2034. President Murmu said that while moving forward on this path, Bhutan would always find a reliable and trustworthy friend in India. Both houses of Parliament take up discussion on motion of thanks to President's address to the joint sitting. Initiating the discussion in the lower house of Indian Parliament, BJP MP CP Joshi lauded the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, saying India's stature at World Forum has strengthened. He said the government has taken a series of measures for the welfare of every section of the society. Initiating a discussion in the upper house of Parliament, BJP MP Dr. K. Lakshman said the world is looking towards India for the solution of problems including COVID pandemic, terrorism and global peace order. He said the government's bold steps have strengthened the country's economy and now it has become the 5th largest economy in the world. He said this government is giving priority to public welfare by focusing on innovation and technology and ensuring basic amenities for all. Another party member MP Prakash Javadekar lauded the government efforts for containing the inflation, saying that in comparison to other countries, inflation is less in India. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission ABDM has crossed the landmark of 20 crores digitally linked health records. Health and Family Welfare Minister Mansukh Mandviya has informed it today in a tweet and termed it as another significant milestone achieved by New India. He said that the Narendra Modi government is leaving no stone unturned towards strengthening the digital healthcare ecosystem in the country. Paris Club members have expressed their commitment towards debt restructuring with Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's president's media division tweeted that the assurance is in accordance with the comparability of treatment principle and with the goal of restoring debt sustainability. The tweet further said that the other official bilateral creditors, including China, have been urged to do the same in line with International Monetary Fund IMF program parameters by the Paris Club members. China is the largest bilateral creditor and accounts for a debt of over $7 billion, which is over 19% of total external debt of Sri Lanka. China has been under criticism for several of White Elephant projects in Sri Lanka, including the Hambantota Port. India had been the only major bilateral creditor to have given financing assurances to the IMF towards restructuring the debt earlier last month. Sri Lanka had defaulted on its external debt in April last year as it spiraled into its worst ever economic crisis since independence. India had also extended an unprecedented assistance to the island nation to the tune of $4 billion. The Sensex and the Nifty on Tuesday witnessed losses of less than 0.5%. A report from the business desk.
The Sensex declined 221 points or 0.36% to finish at 60,286. The Nifty 50 also fell 43 points or 0.24% to settle at 17,721. Among the global stock markets, Asian shares ended mixed today. South Korea's Kospi rose 0.5% and Hong Kong's Hang Seng rose 0.4%. China's Shanghai Composite Index surged 0.3%. On the other hand, Singapore's Straits Times Index depreciated 0.15%. Japan's Nikkei remained almost flat. European shares were mixed in intraday trade. Back home, at the forex market, the rupee strengthened 3 paise against the dollar to close at 82 rupees and 70 paise. At the multi-commodity exchange, gold futures for April was trading at 56,978 rupees per 10 grams. Silver futures for March was trading at 67,273 rupees per kilogram when reports last came in. Rajesh Lake for World News, All India Radio.
In the South Asian Football Federation SAF Under-20 Women's Championship in Dhaka, Bangladesh thrashed Bhutan 5-0 to set up summit clash with Nepal. Earlier in the day, Nepal defeated India 3-1 at the same venue to reach the final. The final will be played on Thursday, 9th of February. India were the defending champions, having won the 2022 edition going into the tournament. Now let us take a look at the major developments around the world as reported in the foreign press. The Straits Times reports screams from under the rubble filled the night. Over 5,000 dead in earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria. The Financial Times reports BCG sells shares in Grayscale Crypto Trust in push to raise funds. The Globe and Mail reports third wave of strikes in France over pension reform keeps pressure on Macron. The Japan Times reports dollars smuggled from Pakistan bring lifeline for Taliban but pain for Islamabad. The New York Times writes outnumbered and worn out Ukrainians in East brace for Russian assault. Le Monde reports Sunak reshuffles UK government naming new Conservative Party chair. And South China Morning Post says Taiwan weapons firm test fires cruise missile believed to be capable of striking central and eastern mainland China. And now a quick look at the headlines once again. India sends rescue teams and relief material to Turkey after deadly earthquake. 3-month-long state of emergency declared in affected provinces of the country. Death toll in Turkey and Syria after devastating earthquake crosses 5,000 mark. Over 35 killed as incessant rain trigger landslides in Peru. India making immense strides in ensuring energy security for its citizens at affordable prices, asserts country's petroleum and natural gas minister. 3-day G20 working group meeting on energy transition under India's presidency culminates in Bengaluru. 6th meeting of heads of Supreme Audit Institutions of SCO member states discusses integrating new and emerging technologies with focus on artificial intelligence. And in football, Bangladesh beat Bhutan 5-0 to set up SAF Under-20 Women's Final with Nepal. And now before we end, let us listen to Mahatma Gandhi's favorite bhajan Vaishnav Jan by artists from Syria.
वैष्णव बजाना तो देने का ही है जे सीधे पराई जाने रे पर दुख के उपकार करे तो
And with that, we end this bulletin. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow with the next edition of World News.